For this recipe, I swapped out the cream cheese for sour cream, the ham for bacon, and I also made my own pasta. If you're using shop bought pasta, just skip this step. Okay, welcome back. So, getting back into making our ham and cheese pasta. Now this, I believe, is one of the recipes that comes with it. It might be online, I'm not quite sure. Somebody printed this out for me. So it's called ham and cheese pasta. It says there's 2 servings. It says it takes approximately 15 to 20 minutes and the difficulty is medium. So I'll read you out the ingredients and then I'll tell you what I'm going to put in it. So it has 200 mils of water, 200 mils of cream, 100 grams of cream cheese, a clove of garlic, 200 grams of small soup shelled noodles, 100 grams of cooked ham cut into short strips, salt, pepper and paprika. So what I am going to use is my handmade homemade pasta. I'm going to use bacon that was in my freezer because I freeze most things. I do have pepper, paprika, UHT cream again, which I keep in the cupboard, salt. I've got some asparagus that has seen better days that really need to be used. And I've got some parmesan. So I don't have cream cheese, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, and I have garlic. So I'm going to miss out the cream cheese. So I do have some sour cream in the fridge, so I could probably put that in. Or I've got some milk. Again, it's UHT because I generally don't use milk myself, but I keep it in the cupboard, the same as the cream. So I find freezing things is great, especially for a single person, because then you just put servings in the freezer, it's ready to go. You pull it out, you defrost it. So I'm obviously going to do the recipe based on the ingredients that I have, and I need to cook my bacon. So I'm actually going to get that chopped up and we'll get that into the machine. It's a really, really tiny chopping board. I think we need something slightly larger. I do need to cook them, so I will actually get my blade in. So we're going to use the plastic blade because we're not wanting to chop anything up. Just going to pop it in and I'm going to put my bacon in, and I don't need oil. Well, I'm going to try not to put oil in because I've got fat on the bacon. Yes, Roger. I'm going to pop our lid on. Does that smell good? Yeah. Okay. So we are going to press the time and I'm going to just put it on, I'm going to say 4 minutes, just guessing. And then I'm going to put it on temperature and go to say 70 degrees. There's not a lot of food in there. It won't take that long. And then speed, I think we want it on just that one there, which is, I take that to be like a low speed, or, you know, something that's not going to damage anything. So I'm going to just press start and we'll just see how that goes. So that's 4 minutes just to cook the bacon. So it's just gently oscillating the bacon in there. I'm going to get rid of that. So while that's cooking, I am going to chop up my garlic. Now you can use a grater, which I often use, or you can use a garlic press, whatever you want. So you can hear that that's starting to sizzle in there now. Oh, and I can smell it. It smells delicious. Nothing like bacon cooking, I say. So if you're using ham, of course it's already cooked. You don't need to do this step. But if you want to cook stuff, then now's the time to do it. I'm using 2 cloves of garlic. It says 1. Again, it's all personal choice. If you like lots of garlic, then go for it. If you've got a garlic press, use that. You can mush it up too. Oh, that smells so good. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to just gently cut up. Just going to chop the ends off. They're looking a little bit sad. That smells good. So I'm going to cut the asparagus into just kind of small bite-sized pieces. They're not going to need much cooking at all because they're so tiny. So they're going to be fine like that. I'm just going to cut the end of my UHT cream. Of course you could use fresh cream, you could use light cream. I don't know how that will turn out for you. But I find this UHT stuff good, and again it's in the cupboard, so if you need flour and you don't have any, it's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to stop that. It's got 1:44 to go, but I want to just check and see how it's looking. So, interestingly, that's right up the sides. So even though it was on the lowest speed, it's actually flipped it right up. So we obviously need to make sure that we keep scraping down the sides. And it's got a little bit of water in it because it was still partly frozen, but again, I'm not concerned. It's, you know, it's all going to be cooked together. Just going to leave it on just a little bit longer, and if we need, we could probably just do a little bit higher. Actually, what I might do is just take that temperature up to 90, and we'll see how that goes. So it's still on the same speed, same time left. Just turn it up a bit so that it cooks a bit harder, not steams the food. Alright, fantastic. Okay, so 200 mils of water we need. Making some interesting sounds. I'm just going to stop it right there. It's got much more of a sizzle now, so I think if you're cooking bacon or something like that, definitely put it on about 90 degrees. That is a lot better. It still kind of looks the same, but it's sizzling. So that's actually cooked now. So that is cooked. So I'm actually going to take that out and put it into a container. I do sort of apologise because I tried to think of everything here, but there's a few things that I've missed. So I'm going to pop that into just a dish here so it's on the side ready to go later. And then we're going to move on to our next step. Trying to get all that out. Okay, so you know, if there's a little bit left in there or a bit of bacon juice, it's just going to add flavour to the dish. So I'm going to pop that back in, make sure it's down properly. We've still got a plastic blade in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, what we will do is we're going to measure out 200 mils of water. So I've just pressed the weight button, putting my jar on top, and I'm just going to hold the weight button down until that zeroes out. And as you can see, that hasn't zeroed out, and that's because I have something resting up against it, I think. Nope. Okay, let's see why it's doing that. still have an issue. Okay, so I've just pressed wait again. I don't know why it's done that, but it says it's 0 now, so we can go ahead and measure our water. And look, this is probably not the easiest way, to be honest, because although I can take that off, I know that it's still going to work. And you want 200 mils of water. You could put the jug up on there if you wanted. I'm just not going to. Close enough. Okay, 200, well it says grams, but hopefully that will be the same. So 200 mils of water, so it's saying put the water, cream and cream cheese in a steel jug. So there's my 200 mils of water, my 200 mils of cream, now it says 100 grams of cream cheese, don't have any. So what I think I'll do, I think I will actually add some sour cream because I do have a little bit in the fridge. And to be honest, I'm not measuring this, I'm just going to put it in, actually, maybe just sort of roughly. Look at that, 100 grams. The container's not going to, be that weighty. So, that's what you can do. Don't have to. I was just going to not put it in, but might help the texture and the creaminess a little bit. So, that's that. So it says those 3 to go in, season with salt, pepper and paprika. So, I'm going to whack some salt in. The bacon's going to be fairly salty, so I'm not going to go too nuts. Just a little bit of paprika and black pepper. I love, absolutely love it, and especially love it with like a cheese sauce, or, well, this is perfect. And I suppose too, you could add like onion to this, or you could use onion and garlic powder. I often use those powders if I don't feel like chopping up an onion or some garlic, and they work really, really well. Okay, so we've got those ingredients in. It says boil the sauce for about 5 minutes at 100 degrees on speed 2. So what we want, this is the part I get a little confused about. No. That's it. I've got to press wait again. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Okay, so I haven't used this probably much more than what you have. Okay, so we want, what do we say, 100 degrees. Sorry, we're going to need a lid on, otherwise it won't do anything for us. I suppose that's a good safety feature too, actually. And I'm putting the measuring cup in because this is liquid. Temperature, 100 degrees, speed 2 for 5 minutes. So time, I'm going to make that a 5, and we're going to press start. Oh, and we've lost the temperature. Don't know why. Maybe you need to do the time first. So we've made the time 5, 100 degrees, and speed 2, and let's start. Now we're cooking with gas. So again, stuff that I'm figuring out as well is, how to get back from when you're on the wait, how to get back into cook mode and all that sort of stuff. But look, it's really just you press a couple of buttons and, hopefully it works out. So, and I think when you're in this mode, I think you do need to do your time first before it'll allow you to do temperature and speed. So once that's finished on the 5 minutes, we'll go on to the next step. And the next step is to add the noodles. Now, because these are fresh noodles, pasta, they are not going to take as long to cook as a regular pasta would. So this says to add the noodles, ham and garlic and cook at 80 degrees on speed 1 for 10 to 12 minutes or until the pasta's done. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably put it on for 10 minutes but after 5 minutes, I'm going to just take a look at it, or after a few minutes, I'll take a look and see how it's going. So I'll come back once this is done and we'll keep going. Okay, so this is just finished. It's 5-minute cooking. Oh, that's super hot. Smells delicious, I've got to say. And oh, that's good. Probably, you know, it's not that exciting for you, but it's just a loose cream sauce, because now we have to cook our pasta, and it's going to be the fun part because I'm not quite sure how this is going to turn out. So it says add noodles, ham and garlic. So good luck, little pasta. Swim free, cook well, don't mush up, and be delicious. So pasta goes in, garlic goes in, and my bacon goes in. And how long does this say? 10 to 12 minutes. So look, I'm just going to put that on. I'm not going to put the asparagus in just yet. I'm going to put them in probably towards the end, just so that it's just easier. So so they don't go to mush. So it says 80 degrees on speed 1 or -1, which we'll see what that looks like. It might be the OL. And for 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll do the time first. I'm gonna do, look, I'll put it on 10 because I really don't think we're gonna need any more than that. Put it on 10, the temperature is 80 degrees. Why did they make this thing so loud? Like, oh my goodness. Does it need to be that loud? Are you all hearing impaired? Because I'm not. I'm really not. I'm almost hearing impaired after having to deal with this. For 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, on minus, well, I think that is -1. I think that is it. So let's just start that. That's going to agitate, do its thing. I'm going to move the camera and just see if, I don't know whether you can even see in there. All right, we're back. We've got a minute to go. And I did put this on for 10 minutes. I have tried the pasta twice since I started it. And as you can see, you've got a beautiful, thick, delicious sauce. Now, I think because the pasta, even though it was fresh, I think because it was quite thick, it still took a while to cook. I'm just going to try it again now. And because it's cooking in cream and water, it's not cooking solely in water. So I'm reckoning I'm going to put the asparagus in now, and I also think it needs more salt for me. So I'm going to add those now, and I am going to, just going to pop the lid back on, let it continue cooking for another, we'll let it go for the next minute and 5, and then if it needs another minute or 2, I'm just going to pop it on for another minute or 2, and then we'll come back again. Alright, so 10 minutes is up, and I've decided I'm not going to put it on for any longer. I'm really impressed with this so far, to be honest. I know the light's not great, but this is a thick, really thick, delicious looking sauce. The pasta is probably, it's just al dente. So clearly you can cook it, you know, however, oh, let me just put it all out. However you want. But I've got to say, I'm actually really, really happy with this. It tastes amazing. Like, it's really good. Look, I don't have children, but I have a cat, as you have heard in the background. And this time of night, he is just going nuts with the curtains, with everything. Now that's a massive plate of food, which I won't eat the whole thing, but oh my goodness, like that is amazing for the fact that I didn't have to stand there and cook it. I'm going to top mine with some Parmesan cheese, but oh look, give it a go. And I'm really sorry if I've confused you with my press this, no do this, and because, you know, I'm still figuring this out as well. This is I think week 3, and this is I think the first proper meal I've actually cooked in it, and I've got to say I'm pretty impressed. So let me know if you've tried it. Let me know if you've tried to follow along with what I've done, and if you've enjoyed it. And of course, you know, if you want me to make something different, I'm more than happy to try something. I made this because I knew that I had ingredients that, you know, obviously could make it with. So yes, please let me know what you think.